Welcome, everyone. I'm Zjara Golden. Just days before the tragic ending in Wilson, North Carolina, a mother proudly posted to social media her baby was coming home. Approximately 6 days later, her story was on the evening news.
In fact, 1 week ago today, his family tells me, he got out of prison and came here to this house, this duplex, his mom's home, apartment A, where police found the suspect as well as the bodies of his mother and little brother.
He knew they was coming to get him.
Wilson police arrested and charged 25-year-old Daron Dante Jenkins with 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of his mom, 50-year-old Dana Vanessa Jenkins, and his little brother, a 15-year-old. Their cousin, who also lives next door, Wanilla Carnegie, told me she dreaded this day would come.
I'm hurt because I knew he was going to do something. You can just see he was so fidgetive. He was so anxious. He could not stay still. He had that sneakiness about him. You know what I mean? Like a crazy person trying to get ready to do something, like premeditation.
Police took Daron Jenkins into custody here at his mom's duplex apartment on Snowden Drive Monday afternoon after officers found the 2 bodies inside. His cousin says they had been stabbed to death sometime between 8:30 Sunday night, shortly after she says she last saw them alive, and 3 o'clock Monday morning, a couple hours before she saw the suspect standing on the front porch.
He's looking like he just got out of a mental ward, or he's getting ready to do something, or he have done something, because the look on his face told me that he done something, because his hand was cut all up, you know. And
Daron's hand.
Yeah, he had the bandage on his hand.
Carnegie also says she became concerned about her loved ones because of the way the cousins' cars were parked.
I looked over to the side and I was like, why is her car turned this way? She never parks this.
So that was the first indication you thought something's not right.
I did.
This all happened 6 days, Carnegie told me, after Daron Jenkins got out of prison.
That's right. In just 6 days after being released from prison, this man has been charged with the murder of his mother and his teenage brother. On Tuesday of the previous week, Daron Jenkins, who was 25 years old at the time, was released from prison after serving more than 5 years for stealing firearms and breaking into automobiles, according to several news agencies. His mother, Dana Jenkins, who is 50 years old, said on Facebook, "My baby has returned home. Oh Lord, I thank you." On the other hand, Daron Jenkins was quickly reincarcerated after being charged with the first-degree murders of his mother and his brother, Darren Cox, who was 15 years old. Their bodies were discovered inside their home in Wilson, which is located around 40 miles east of Raleigh. A possible motive for the deaths of the 2 individuals has not been disclosed by the authorities. Reporters were informed by Julia Cornegay, a relative who lives next door, that the mother and boy had been stabbed, and their deaths were discovered many hours after she had seen the suspect looking like he just got out of a mental ward. I could tell from the expression on his face that he had done something. There were cuts on his hand. At approximately 3 a.m. on Monday, she reported seeing Daron Jenkins, who was wearing a bandage on his hand. On March 31st, Daron was booked into Wilson County on a $2.5 million bond. I bet the irony here is the only person who would have tried to get him out is the one he unalived, his mother. You can never fully know the dynamics of these relationships when you hear about the stories across the news or social media. My position will always be, if things are that bad, stay away from each other. Revenge, psychological, mental instability, who really knows what was going on? Many commenters online felt the suspect likely spent years plotting this horrible event. We may never really know. I can say from looking at her social media, the victim Dana Jenkins appeared to be full of life. There were a vast number of photos from her enjoying her family and friends, being a friend, being a grandmother, being a mother, even up to her post about her oldest son, Daron Jenkins. Daron is an amateur boxer who did have a previous run-in with the law. Although commenters hinted at his alleged abuse of his mother as the reason he was incarcerated, I can't substantiate that claim. What I did find was back in 2021, he was arrested for breaking and entering motor vehicle and failure to appear, both felonies in the state of North Carolina. I know I've unpacked a lot, especially if you're just hearing about this story. But what are your thoughts, opinions? Do you know the family, their history? I'd love to hear from close family and friends if possible. The sincerest condolences to Dana Jenkins and her youngest child, Darren Cox. One last detail I almost forgot. Miss Dana does have another child. Her oldest child is her daughter. So please lift her up in prayers as she must deal with such a grave loss all at once. Please be sure to comment down below. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Until the next video, I'm Zjara Golden. Take care.